Hello, I thought I'd make a quick vlog, and today I'm just gonna talk off the top of my head like I always do. So the first thing I want to talk about is that I keep getting the feeling that people are slamming me for coming up with the idea for the schools and not allowing liberal teachers to work there and to insist that Jesus be taught. And this is true. Many people are very upset, very, very upset about that. And many people, I think, this is me again, I think are claiming that it wasn't my idea, and people are trying to dispute that. But we have proof positive. Everything was your idea. Okay. Yeah. So, and it wasn't my idea, it was Jesus's idea. I'm just the messenger. So, if you want to take that from Jesus, that's terrible. Anyway, so, yeah, I've already addressed the part where people are upset that liberal teachers are not allowed to work there. So let's talk about Jesus. Jesus is central to my life. Okay? I came up with this plan, and, well, let me back up. Jesus is central to my life, and I know what a difference he can make in someone's life. I really do. Firsthand, I know it, and I've grown up learning all about it. So, it only makes sense to teach Jesus to people, to everyone. Although every religion is welcome, and we will be teaching world religions, so people will learn about their own religion too. But central to the schools would be Jesus and his teachings, and trying to use him as an example and a moral compass and a guide for life. His examples, his life. But, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I know there are a lot of people who hate Jesus, but Jesus never did anything to anyone except heal them, was good to them, forgave them, He never really harmed anyone. So all of this hatred directed at Jesus, I believe, is misplaced. But, so, but then my schools are not going to be the only schools open. There's still going to be other options. So if you want to choose a different school, you'll have that option. And we are telling everyone, we will not back down. We will not back down. People do not want to go to other schools. They want to go to your schools. But they do not want to have to deal with teachings of Jesus or the fact that liberals will not be working there. Well, too bad. That's just too bad. I know that makes me very unpopular, but what can I say? That's the way it is. And so, yeah. And for those of you trying to take it from me, I'm telling you, it's Jesus's plan. It's Jesus's idea. It's not my idea. I came up with this, in 1996. In 1996, I wrote about the schools. That there would be, like, a basic outline. Like, the students would learn everything in the first few weeks, and that they would learn through energy, and the schools would look nothing like they did back then. And so just the basics. And now the plan came to fruition. And that's a plan that Jesus must have had. So, so anyway, but yeah, so that's that. And anyone who wants to take it from me, please understand. Please understand. This is for humanity. This is not for someone to gain power over the world or someone to gain fortune and fame because they created this system, to teach. This is something for humanity. I don't want to profit off of it. And she will, though. No, I won't. Yes, she will. So that's it. And that's all I wanted to say about that. And then I wanted to talk about the puppies. The puppies, because the puppies are adorable. They are so cute. And I'm going to see them again this week. And I cannot wait because, they're just so adorable. They're just so cute with their little waggly tails. Yeah, and Soda got out. I should tell you this. Soda managed to escape. There's 2 doors in this house. She has a foyer. So one door closes off the foyer and one door closes off the front porch. And my sister was leaving and she had the foyer door open and she walked into the foyer and closed the foyer door, but it kind of bounced open and she opened the front door and in just a second, Soda was gone. And my sister turned around and said, what happened? And I said, I don't know. When we turned around, we couldn't find her. We're like, where did she go? But luckily she was in a neighbor's backyard. So I was able to trap her in there because I went into the backyard and I closed the gate. And, she was like trying to evade me because that's what she does. She thinks she can evade me. But she really wants cuddles and snuggles. So eventually she gives in, to her doggy instincts of wanting cuddles and snuggles. Cause she's so cute. So she's so cute. So she just she kept trying to evade me. I'd come up to her and she'd run a little bit, then run a little bit. Eventually she finally put her paws up and was wagging her tail, and so I picked her up. And I was like, did you have an adventure? You little doggy. That's what I was saying to her. Anyway, so I brought her home, which was right next door. And that's enough adventures for her. At least off leash. Off leash. Because my sister's still pretty traumatized about what happened to the puppy. Although a couple years ago. So, now... But yeah, so I'm going to see the dogs. I will see the dogs this week again. And I'm looking forward to it. And, just hanging out with them. Chilling, maxing and relaxing. Chilling like a villain with the doggies. I can't wait. Anyway, so that's that. And I thought... I have some beautiful fabric. So I'm going to try to bring myself to please, if it be Jesus' will, to try to make some purses. I mean, it's just like I hit a wall and I just couldn't keep going. I couldn't keep making purses. No matter what I did, I'm stuck on this bed. Like I try to get up and make the purses, and I would it was like a rubber band. I was like drawn right back. pulled right back to the bed, so. But I have faith. I have faith. All I have is faith, and faith is all I have. And I have faith that Jesus will release me. Yeah. So, yeah, I want to use the fabric. I want to use the fabric I have. I have a lot of scrap fabric that can make one purse, two purses. So there'll be a lot of one-of-a-kind purses when they're made. When I finally make them, there'll be a lot of one-of-a-kind purses. And I can't wait. Right now is the time to start working on fall and winter purses. So, I think that might be where I start. And then I have to work on the holiday purses. And, it's going to be a lot of work. But it's fun work. I like it. I like that kind of work. And I like painting too, but, I don't know. I don't know about painting. At least not for right now. So. But anyway, yeah, and then I continue to ask for prayers for my sister, and I'd also like to ask for prayers for Monica, who is my friend's mother, and she had a pretty severe diagnosis, and so, but I know Jesus can help anything. I know he can. So I'm asking for prayers for her too. So, and my sister definitely needs help. She needs prayers and help from Jesus. Help from Jesus and prayers from you. So, if you are willing to pray for either of them or both of them, I would really appreciate it. Thank you in advance. And thank you for everyone who's already prayed for me, my sister, or any of my intentions. Thank you so much. And then I just want to add that there was a time, like back in 2008, 2009, and 2008 and 2009, where I was hyper-focused on world hunger. And I knew a little bit because I was so out of it. I mean, trust me, when I say I had a nervous breakdown, it wasn't easy to recover. It was terrible. But I knew a little bit about the World Food Organization and a few things about feeding the hungry. But, that's always been something that's been in the back of my mind. Like, when I have money, if I can do it. And now that Elon Musk may do it, I think that's even better. Because he could do it quickly. And, I have to wait until I'm healed. And if he can't handle the entire world, well, at least the part that he can. All right, and on that note, I'm going to end this vlog, and I'm going to say I hope everybody watching has a great evening tonight and a great day tomorrow, and things go your way. All right, bye.